it will not check the logic errors, guys. To check the logic errors, we use some testing tools. That is the reason. So build tools, it's all about syntax check. Now, this concept is not new to the industry. So that is what you have to bear. So let me create some gap of these points. Okay. So this is not new to the industry, guys. So the concept of build was there from 1970s. So the first tool that came into the market was Make. Make was the first product which came into the market. And with the growth of time and technology, what happened is the meaning of the build process has been expanded. And also the meaning has got expanded, and also the activities involved in the build process also got expanded. So that is what we are calling today pipeline. So once upon a time, just a normal example. So once upon a time, right, when you buy a product, the relationship ends. Do you agree? Once upon a time, once you buy a product, the relationship ends. But today we are expecting that once you buy the product, they should give some support, right? So that is an expansion. Today, the meaning of buying is also includes a support. That means meanings are expanded, or the way of doing is business is getting expanded. So exactly likewise, once upon a time, it was only a build process. In 1970s, only syntax check was a criteria. In 1990s, along with the build, what they said that build should also do the syntax, build should also do the testing. So that became a criteria. So that means expansion of the activity happened. Now in 2000 era, project structure creation and generating the artifact. Now, the meaning of the artifact is a perfectly working piece of code, okay, in the form of deployable. So if somebody gives the code directly, so carrying that code with you and trying to put it on your computer, it will not work. Okay. So that piece of code should be perfectly working, and that is converted into an installable format. We call that as packaging. So a perfectly working piece of code which is converted into an installable format and capable of getting, or you can say at any point of time I can install and see the live action of it. So such piece of code we call that as an artifact. Clear? So a perfectly working stuff which you can install, we call that as an artifact. So that's the meaning of an artifact. Now in 2010, the build process should also included generating automatic reports, which talks about whether the build success or failed and what is happening in the project. Okay. Now current the tools that we see in the market, a new emergence has happened here. They bother about even the documentation, creating automated documentation. They even bother about managing the release cycle also. Are we clear on what I'm talking, guys? Once upon a time, only syntax. Now, testing, project structure, artifacts, reports, documentation, manage, release activities. So I would say, so today the build tools have the capability to manage somewhat, you can say somewhat, I'm not saying exactly 100%, somewhat to an extension of entire managing the release activity. Got it? So that is what the build tool capability has been increased. And whatever the features that you're seeing here, this features, so this features was first brought up into the market by the tool called Maven. So that is the reason Maven is super popular. So he was the guy who brought up and came to the world saying that I am capable of what? Generating the artifacts. I'll create a project structure and create the reports and even manage the release cycle. So that all activities that you see today are capable by Maven. Now, in simple words, we can say that the capability has been increased in the build process over the time, over couple of years. Are we clear on this? Please confirm if you understood. Please let me know that you got it. Type it as got it so that I can move on. You need to understand the meaning of build, guys. Once upon a time, it was simply doing a syntax check only. Today, it is not limited to syntax check. It is expanded to a lot of activities in the build process only. So that is the meaning of build today. And interestingly, since we expanded a lot of activities to the build, we gave a new name for it. So that name is nothing but pipeline. This is what you need to capture. So in a build process, okay, I repeat, in a build process, please write it in your notes. If you're doing a compilation, syntax check. If you're doing a syntax check and doing a testing and also generating the artifacts, okay, and that artifacts is going for deployment and they are configured in your build process, such activity is called pipeline. Clear? Today we are calling that as pipeline. That is the meaning of a pipeline. So pipeline and build are not same. Build is somewhat restricted to simple doing a syntax check. But when somebody says it's a pipeline, you need to understand that in the pipeline you have a build process in place, you have a testing process in place, you have the artifacts in place, and you have to deploy that artifact on some environment. So that is the meaning of a pipeline. Am I clear, Kavya? This is how about Upendra? Okay, meaning of pipeline is super important for you guys. Okay. So when somebody is telling you that okay, it's a pipeline, you need to understand that multiple activities are involved. When somebody is telling you it's only a build, then activities may not be complex. It may be a simple one. But when somebody says that it's a pipeline, you need to understand multiple activities are there or multiple stages are involved in it. Okay. Okay. Now moving on to the understanding of various build tools in the market, guys. So these are some tools. Okay. So we have something called Make, right? There is one tool called Make. Now, interestingly, all the build tools that you see in the market, they work based on a concept called a language only. So, for example, for Java language, we have specialist candidate called SPT, Maven, and Ant. For C# or a .NET, we see MS Build and an Ant. If the code is written in the JavaScript, we have to use Gulp or Broccoli. And for if the some part of the code is let's say written in some and some part in HTML, some part in C, then if it is multi-language code system, then we have to use Gradle. Okay, if the code is written in C, then you have to use a tool called CMake and Turbo C. So I just given the list from my observation, but I don't know. Let's say come up with an answer. How many of you are from Android background? So please give me the Android build tools that if you're aware. Some studio, I don't remember the name. Some studio is there here. Those are from Android background, guys. Do we have anybody here who is Android mobile apps developers? No? No idea? Okay, so that's your homework. Take down this homework, take it as homework. So your exercise is please try to find out build tools for below technologies like SQL, HTML, C, Java, Python, Ruby, Android. Okay, here Android is also there. Yeah, fine. So please try to figure it out what are the build tools for other languages. Okay. Now, talking about the build tool types here. So based on evolution, I have classified, guys. So what is the metric that I divided this build tool types? Based on evolution. Okay. There are two types of build tools. Initially in the industry, what happened is we saw very specific language oriented build tools. Okay. Even today, we see that tools are there. And after 2010, roughly, I would say around the DevOps era evolution, we see that multi-language oriented build tools have developed. So I'll give an example so that you will understand. So once upon a time, okay, a man can talk only one language only. Okay. Today, a man can talk, or a person that you see, definitely more than one. Do you agree? Do you agree with this simple example, guys? Once upon a time, I'm talking about some situation where human being was capable only talking one. But today we see most of the people are capable to understand English, Hindi, and their mother tongue, right? So I'll tell you one funny joke. Women will understand more languages than a man. Can you tell me the reason? This looks funny, but that is how they are learning the languages. A woman will know more languages than a man. What is the reason? Any clue? Females, please answer. Sushmita. Kirti says gossip. There is one reason actually. Our women of India are growing a lot. I'll tell you, this is funny joke, but that is how they are learning the more languages. Like, no, it's not about potency. They're more, no. Generally, men don't watch the serials. Do you agree? Do you agree, guys? This is a trend. Generally, men don't watch the serials. But if I ask most of the women, they watch the serials, guys. I'm telling you frankly. I've seen the people watching the serials. Let's say they'll watch in, imagine, just an example, a woman watches the same serial in Telugu, same serial in Hindi, same serial in Tamil, and same serial in Kannada. And you know, the recent trend, so women of India are adventuring upon Korean serials. I don't know why. They're watching now, new trend emerged now. They're watching Korean serials. I don't know for what reason, but that is a trend I am observing from last 1 or 2 years. They got fed up with Indian serials. They started watching some Korean serials now. See, Kavya says that they are very interesting, it seems. So, over the span of time, what happens? They automatically they will understand Korea, first of all. Do you agree, guys? Over the span of time, they'll come to know more. At least some basics of the language they'll learn. Okay, now let's come back to the topic. So, likewise, here also, once upon a time, we used to have a build tool which can understand only one language. That's it. Clear what I'm talking? Early in the industry, 30, 40 years, we just saw the build tools which can only understand one language. That's it. For example, that tool may understand only C. If you unnecessarily provide a Java for it, it will say everything is error because it doesn't know Java. If you give it C, it will tell what is right and what is wrong. Now, what happened? Next stage of evolution is multi-language build tools are evolving. So that means example is Gradle. Best one is Gradle. So Gradle is capable of understanding the Java. Gradle is capable of understanding the Python also. It is also capable of understanding PHP, etc. Lot of tools, right? So there are changing things happening in the IT now. So once upon a time, language specific tools. Now multi. Clear? Are we clear with this example, guys? Please confirm. If you got it, then please type yes. Then we'll move on. Okay. Nice. So if you're talking about little observation more, in the agile era, Ant was a preferred choice. Okay. And in the DevOps era, Maven and Gradle are upcoming heroes here. Now, if you want to understand what is the relationship between Ant and Maven, this is one common question you might face, guys. I repeat, this is a star rated concept again. They can ask you the difference between Ant and Maven. So you need to understand. So Ant and Maven are like cousin brothers only. Both are brothers and sisters kind. The reason is both are developed by Apache Foundations only. That means one mother. Parent is one. So first Ant came into the market. Okay. It's done its job very well. And when the trend was changing in the society, or you can say in the IT, they found that there is some flaw in the Ant. They came up with updating the Ant with lot of things like documentation, reports, correct, and creating project structures. So automation testing. So all these features were integrated, correct, and came up with a new name into the market saying Maven. Am I clear with this? Ant and Maven, just an updated version of Maven, and we can call it as Maven only. But currently, the use case of the Ant is super low in the market because it's an outdated one. But the use case of the Maven is super high in the market. Okay, nice. Now let's move on to the Maven, guys. So pronunciation is also important. Some people pronounce it as Mavan, Ma1. That is incorrect. It should be pronounced as Maven. Clear? Okay. So this came up in 2003. Parent organization is Apache Foundation. It's free. There is no enterprise, no license. It's free. It works on Windows, Linux, and Mac also. Capable of working on 32 and also on the 64. And it is well known for Java projects, guys. Frankly, Maven is on top for the Java projects. Any Java projects, if you see, they will talk about Maven, using the Maven only. Okay. And the versions that were released in 2003 and the version that was released in 2011 became bumper hit. Like you can see any Bollywood hero, guys. Don't think that every movie that he makes can be a hit. Some movies become hit and some movies become flop. Like here also, the version that came in 2003 and the version that came in 2011, correct? It made the Maven to stand in the market and become more popular. And Maven, the output of the, once you supply the code to it, the Maven is capable of converting the entire code into a either jar or a var format. Like in Microsoft, you'll see .exe. You have a .exe file, you can install it. Likewise, in the Java, we'll have something called .jar and .var. Clear? So there are three formats in the Java: jar format, var format, ER format. In the jar format, basically full form is Java archive. Okay. So this kind of applications are, see, the applications which are developed in jar format or the extension is .jar, you need to understand that they work like a standalone applications, guys, like a notepad. So what is the meaning of standalone? Now, one simple question. Do you think notepad has talent to talk to the internet or talk to some network? No, that is nothing but standalone. Clear? Even MS Paint is also standalone. That is the reason these are called standalone applications. Clear? So these are standalone applications. Example, best example is Notepad. Now, if you talk about the VAR, so whenever your intention is that your application should, right? So client side app will be there and server side app. So client side app will talk to the server side app and get the details. So something like web server deployments. If that is a case, then the extension of the output of the artifact should be in the form of VAR. So VAR full form is web archive. So internet based applications, we can call it as VAR. Then the last one is EAR. So enterprise archive. So this is a format where you have the presence of both formats and you can install it accordingly. So generally EAR formats are sold by the companies. They'll use it, guys. Let's say a company develops their product in EAR format and they gives that application to the client, and the client can use it either in a standalone or either he can use it in the VAR also. So it depends how they are selling. But you need to concern about the Maven. Maven only cooperates jar and var. It does not support ER. Simple reason, Maven believes in open source. That is the reason. Correct? Okay. Now, if you're talking about system requirements, so this is one of the common asked question, guys. Every tool, whatever your tool, guys, that you're learning in, I repeat, whatever the tools you guys are learning in DevOps, okay, all such system requirements are important for you. Now, if you talk about the Maven, we need a JDK 1.7 or above. We need to have at least 1.7 or above, and minimum 50 MB. I'm not GB. That is 50 MB hard disk space is required. Any operating system is okay. So only headache is here. You need to have on that machine JDK 1.7 or above. Now, if I ask a question, can I try this? What is this Maven currently on my Jenkins server? You have to take a decision and tell me. Is it yes or a no? What is your answer? Can I install Maven currently on my Jenkins server? Yes or a no? Simple answer you need to give. The answer is yes. Why? The answer is yes. That is correct. Why? Why? That is what you not know why. Because on the Jenkins server, okay, already we have installed JDK 11 version. And the demand is 1.7. We already installed 11. Demand is 7. You understood now? So we already qualified. So we are not worried. So what we have to do? What we have to do, guys? Are we worried about Java installation now for the Maven? Simple logic. Are we worried about Java installation for the Maven? We are not worried. Okay. So we're happy to go ahead and install Maven now. Okay. So this is how. Download and install configure Maven. So visit the official site, guys. Visit the official site. So this is an official site. So this is an official site. So once you go there, left hand side anyway, you'll have the downloads. In the downloads, you have this. Now the question comes is which one will you guys download? You have this list now. I want to know which one will you guys download? Is it binary or a source? That clarity is required first of all. So you have binary tar, you have binary zip, then source tar and source zip. Please write it in your notes. Tar should be a version or tar should be your target if you are trying on Linux. Zip should be an option if you are trying this on Windows. Tar should be an option if you're trying on Mac. Clear? Monica understood. Mayuri, Nagireddy, Divya, Sanjay. Okay. So these are all very basic things of IT, guys. So if you're not aware, I mean to say, don't take it light. So when I tell, please make a note them into your notes. So tar should be an option when you are targeting Linux. Zip should be an option when you're targeting Windows. Now, again, you have a binary and source. Now the question comes is what to choose. So binary you should use, okay, you want to download and use it. That's it. You will download and use it. Clear? When your use case is to download and use it, then you can try binary. But when the use case is you will download it, you will modify it or customize it according to your needs and then start using it. then you have to go with source copy. Are we clear on this point also? So binary should be an option when you just download and start using it. Source should be an option when you download, customize it. That means you're altering it and then using it. So binary looks like as if you are buying ready-made clothes. Source is something like you are getting clothes stitched. So that's a kind of an equation you can give example. Now my target is to go with the source only, guys, because I am trying this on Windows. So I'll choose a source and I'll choose this. Okay. So here it is. Link is there. Just go ahead and say copy, or you copy this link, directly open up in that machine and get it done. So let's do it. I think I did not connect to the cloud PC. So where is our mission? We did not even start today. Okay. What's your batch code? 31, not 32. So start the instance. So let me refresh this. Yeah, it's initializing. So we need to wait for a minute. So what is the next step here? The next step is we will download the Maven. Okay. And then we configure it. So we unzip. That means it will install. And then we configure it. So that's our next step. Still initializing. So meanwhile, while it does, what's your plans for tomorrow, guys? What's your plan for tomorrow? Okay, movie. Okay, Rajat says it's movie. So which movie? The Butta Bomma. Oh, who is a hero? Butta Bomma. I don't know about Butta Bomma. Butta Bomma. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's releasing date tomorrow. Arey, this is not Allu Arjun, na? This Arjun Das, it seems. Okay, nice one. Okay, so the machine is ready. So what we'll do is we'll copy this IP address and we'll go there. We'll go to the session. We go to the RDP. We put it and we put the administrator. What is this? MOBA XDUM, the password. It wants the password. So where is the password? Here is the password. 31B Windows. Copy and put it here. Connect. I got connected. So we'll officially open the Maven here. Go to the google.com and just say Maven. Right? Click on it. And you see here, welcome to Apache Maven, left hand side download, and then zip file now. So click on this. I'm waiting for this to download now. Is it done? Okay, it's done. So we'll go there, open the file. So it's here. So definitely it's in the downloads, guys. We can see it's there. Our duty is to right click on this. Okay, I've downloaded source now, which was a mistake. Wait, delete. My target is to use the binary because I just want to use it. So I'll click on correction, guys. We need to download the binary, not source. I'm guessing, is it downloaded? Done. Okay, it's done. So I'll go there. So we have the downloads. We see the file. So it is in zip format. We need to unzip it. Okay. Right click and say extract all. Now the question comes is it is asking where you want to extract. So I recommend you guys to please extract this to your program files. Okay. Go to the browse and tell it to the computer that you need to go to the C drive and do the magic. So in the C drive, show the program files and select the folder. Extract. That's it. Now, do you see the Maven folder here? Confirm. Do you see something that says Apache Maven -3.8.7? Everybody. So look onto my screen from the top second, it is Amazon. After Amazon, it is Apache only. Apache Maven 3.8.7. So that means our target of installation has been completed according to this. Okay, so we download binary zip. Now target is to go ahead and configure. Okay, so we need to update the system environment variables. So how do you configure? Same story like yesterday. You open up system env. Okay, like we done yesterday Java. Sometime we done it now. Installation process is easy only. We have to just download, unzip, and show that to the program files. Anuja, so it's simple. You go to the site, download, unzip, point it to the program files. That's it. Then open up the system env and then go to the environment variables. And now here you need to configure under system variables only, guys. I see some students, in your batch, I saw already some screenshots where students are trying to configure under user. See here at the top, you have the user, at the bottom, you have system. Whatever configurations that we are doing, everything is in the system only. So keep that in mind, system. In the system, click on the new and set up the, now what is this? Maven underscore home should be your value. Maven underscore home. Like this, see. Maven underscore home. Now what should be the value for this? Simple. Like we done for Java, no? So go to the program files and open up this Apache Maven and copy this path. That's it. Copy this and put it here and click OK. Are we clear on this, guys? Vijay, Visveshwar, Upendra, Sushmita. Confirm. Okay. So we just configured it, right? Then Next target is to update the path also. Same. Under the system, you will find a value that says PATH, path. See, I found it. Do one thing, click on edit there, and you need to add the path here. So click on new and just go ahead and paste the same value here. At the end, put a backslash and say bin. That is what you need to do. Backslash and say bin. If you want, please take a screenshot. Already it's there in the notes also, you can see. Right? To update the bin path variables, see up to the bin. That is what you need to put. Okay, so like we done here. So once it is done, click OK, click OK, OK, come out and open up peacefully the CMD window and just type mvn-version. This is an expected output you should get. All the commands of the Maven will start with a word called mvn. I repeat, all the commands of the Maven will start with a word called mvn. That's the reason it says mvn-version. Got it? Okay, so this is an expected output. So if you're not getting this output, what could be the problem? The problem will be in the configuration, guys. Somewhere in the configuration, you might have messed up. So you need to check that. Got it now? So that is what we have to do. Okay. The next, after you done with this stuff, start your Jenkins now. Now go to the Jenkins. So go to your C drive, open up the Jenkins folder. Let's start the Jenkins because we need to do little more configurations. Okay. So we say java-jar jenkins.var. Now please write this one formula here. You have to remember this, guys, as long as you are in the DevOps. The simple formula is that you can apply for any tool. You take any tool, same story. From my experience, I can tell you. Build a tool I'm talking about. First one, you download it. Second, install it on OS. Okay, on the Jenkins server. Third, got it? You have to configure that tool on OS level. That is what we just done. Next, the last step is we have to configure that in Jenkins settings also. We have to do some stuff in the settings also. And the last one is we have to configure that at project level. Clear? Any build tool, same story. You take it Gradle, you take it Rake, let's take it Ant, or currently the Maven. All follow the same story only. You download, install it, configure first on the OS, then only move to the Jenkins settings, and at the last we need to bother about the project. Please make a note of these steps, guys. Bhagat, please make a note. Rahul, Samir, Sheikh Afroz, Upendra. Okay, done. Same story. You need to remember this logic, guys. That's it. No need to panic also. If they tell you, please configure Gradle. So it's like easy only because once you do one tool, other tool also same story because they follow the same logic. Now let's go ahead and do it. So I'm opening up the Jenkins now. So you need to know where to do the settings in the Jenkins. So local host. I'm started the Jenkins on default port number now. So I will get in Jenkins underscore admin. Yeah, we are here. Then once you are here, guys, open up the manage Jenkins. Okay. Then the best place is you need to open up the global tool configurations. Global tool configurations you need to visit. Under system configuration, you need to go to the global tool configuration. Open this. Now you need to know what to configure here. So that clarity is required. So for that reason, you have to figure it out what are the applications or what are the softwares that you installed on Jenkins server. What tools, DevOps tools. Did we install the Git on Jenkins server? Git. Check it, guys. Whatever the full packs that you install, you have to configure. Yeah, Git is installed here. I verified. See, you can see on the screen. Git is there on the server. Okay. So I would say Git is there. Next, did we install Java? Yes, we done it. Did we install Maven? That is what we just done now. Correct? We done it. Did we install Docker? No. So that means what you have to configure? Git, Java, Maven you need to configure now. So anything that you have installed on the Jenkins server, those tools you need to go into the settings and do it. So let's say Docker I did not install. So I will not go there and do this. Clear now? So that clarity is required. What is installed, what you have to configure. So I know that Git is installed, Java is installed, Maven is installed. So my target is to configure all the three. If let's imagine that already these two are configured, then you will only take care about this. Since I did not do for this or this or this, I'm doing it now. So once you reach to this place, identify some JDK. Do you see this? This is the one. Click on add JDK. You'll get like this. Remove this install automatically button and type the name. That's it. Give some reference name. So this is a Java which I installed on my Windows server, WS. What is our Java underscore home value, guys? What did we give? Do you remember? So this value should match with what you gave in the system env. You cannot give anything different. What you gave, you have to check. Say this is the one. Click, double click, you'll find the value. Copy this and put it there. That's the only thing you have to do. Got it now, guys? What I'm talking? So here you can give any reference name of your choice. Okay. You can give any reference name of your choice and Java underscore home. This is the one. The next, did we install the Git? Tell me, guys. Did we install the Git? Yeah. So it is already there. The name seems to be default. I'll change this to the Git, which is installed on my Windows server, WS. And path, the value should be git.exe. If it is Windows server, the value should be git.exe. If it is a Linux server, you will simply put git there. So that is done, already configured. Did we install Gradle? No, we are not working with a Gradle. Did we install Ant? No. Did we install Maven? Yeah. So we have to configure this. So click on add Maven and you'll get like this. Install automatically button, please remove it and add the values. So this is a Maven which I installed on my Windows server. Now what is a Maven underscore home value? Again, same story. You should always match with what value you given here. Copy this and put it there. Done. And then click on save. That's it. You understood now how to configure? Everybody on the same page? So we went into the global tool settings and we just updated the Java there. We updated the Maven there and we updated the Git also. Tomorrow, by chance, imagine you install some Docker on Jenkins server, then you have to come to this global tool and configure the Docker. Let's say by chance, if you are trying to install some Gradle, same story you have to do. Okay, so that's the configuration part, guys. Okay. Yep. So that's good. So I will stop it here. And tomorrow we'll proceed with understanding of pom.xml, which is configuration file. And then we'll focus on lifecycle, then stages, and then we'll do a sample project. That is what we do. We do a Maven project also. So let me stop it here for the day because tomorrow we have ready new concept. So what is our session number, guys, by the way? I want to know our session numbers. Please tell me. 30? Okay. Do we have Kumar Babu here? Okay, he seems to be left. I'll update the notes, guys. Why? Tomorrow means not tomorrow. I'm talking about Monday. Sunday, no class, guys. So no worries about Sunday. So most of the people are saying 30, so I'll take SS 30 only. You have to every day track your session numbers, guys. Okay. Only if the session happens, put the number. Let's say on the day we did not take a class, no number. Session happens only, then a number. Okay. So your duty is please work on this Maven, make your notes or go through these notes once, install and configure and get it ready for Monday. So tomorrow no class. We'll come back on Monday as usual, guys. Any questions you have? Any questions, guys? Okay. So I'll share one success story. Maybe I didn't share with you guys. I'm not sure. So let me pause the recording.
Recording stopped.
So I told you or not, I don't know. So Rekha P. Did I told you about this lady? One success story. No? Okay. Nice. So Rekha 2013 graduate. Okay. Married, 2 kids. Boys, both are boys. And she was working in bank for 5 years. In banking sector, she has grown up to a manager and 5 years experience. And she got fed up with the banking, no hikes much like we have in IT. So she left the bank job in 17 and 18, roughly 17, I'm guessing. So then came back to the life in 2022. So she is from August batch, last year August batch. She done her DevOps, okay, and Linux also from here. And she learned herself AWS, whatever modules I told her. Okay, herself. She learned herself on it. Not joined any class, just whatever modules I told her. She Googled it perfectly and acquired the knowledge. And once the course is done, she joined the wherever I referred her somewhere in October actually. Okay. She done her internship because she does not have IT experience. She done her internship almost she got good knowledge, and you need to understand that she kept 4.5 years of fake experience. Okay, almost 4.5 years fake experience. To manage that fake experience, along with the course after done, she has done internship, and she got job. You'll not believe. You'll not believe, guys. She got job with 13 LPA, 13 LPA. 13 lakhs package. So can we say this is a success story? So there was a time where she used to say, "No, I'm not getting job." So we sit on the call, say, "I need to, push her hard, motivate her. No, you need to try, do your best." So that is what happened. And interestingly, she joined in my company only. So I referred in my organization actually. I'll show her name now. So Rekha P, DevOps engineer now. So this Rekha P, I referred her. Training has not yet started, and luckily she is in my project only, under me only. So I am the team lead for her. So Rekha P, DevOps engineer, and she is super cool now. She's happy to join. I thought that she will be moved into other project, but her luck favored, so she's in my project only where I'm working. And that is what happened. So this is one success story, guys. Nice one. She came back to the industry with strong confidence. But the point is, she kept on believing in herself, and things happened positively. Okay. So what is the moral story here, guys? What is the moral story here? Vijay, what is the moral story? Upendra, Sushmita. What did you guys analyze from this? Nobody analyzed anything? Yeah, I kept on telling her, do your hard work. That's it. You'll not believe she used to work every day 4 to 5 hours, managing her family, kids, 4 to 5 hours every day, consistently hit almost 5 to 6 months. She got job. She is happy now because in banking she was working for 7 to 8 lakh package, and now she came back to IT firm with strong package of 13 lakhs. And maybe if she works for 2 or 3 years, so easily she will get a 20 lakhs package. So that's one nice moral story, guys. So keep belief in yourself and keep moving. Okay. Yeah, that's all for the day. And let's catch up on Monday, guys. See you. Bye bye.